You good?
A lot of brothers don't understand it, or excuse me, are starting to wake up that we going on these debate shows, we going on other type of what is that? Google Hangouts, on your YouTubes or whatever, different venues where we debating, and what we're doing is we're declaring that name, man. So a lot of dudes is kind of like we just said, the Most High's name is a strong tower. Okay, so once that name is proclaimed, when we putting it out there, all right, it's waking a lot of brothers up. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that vibration of the name.
That vibration of the name is waking brothers up and taking that spell off of them, man. So then they're able to really see what's going on and decipher for themselves. Or, Lord's will, He brings them into this truth.
That's right.
This is it says, in the molten images He break in pieces and made dust of them and strode it upon the graves of them, and that they had sacrificed unto them.
So He did a righteous thing. He destroyed all of that. So right now we out here declaring the destruction of these idols and these groves. We speaking against it through the spirit of Yahweh. We speaking against it, and it's gonna come a time where, as opposed to declaring the judgment, look at this shit. You see that cracker walking around, black baby? You see that? They go and adopt our kids and indoctrinate our kids with all kind of madness. This is the shit we talking about.
And then little black kids gotta grow up thinking that they just the white man is just so.
Yeah, because they took care of him.
Because they took care of him, they just look after him. You get a bunch of motherfucking Michael Orr motherfuckers. You feel me? Like Michael Orr. You feel me? Like,
that's real.
I don't give a fuck about y'all. Y'all can take care of me.
But back to the to the whole thing is we got to get rid of it. So we proclaiming the judgment on this shit because in time it's going to occur. What we actually is when we literally break down these strongholds.
That's right.
And spiritually, we got to break down these strongholds. So the elect. Here's the thing: the elect is some of the elect is within these strongholds right now. So we got to spiritually declare it, so the elect can get out of it. So when we actually go in and actually break it down, they're not there getting caught in the crossfire. You understand what I'm saying? Some of them 1/3 of the elect is within these strongholds as we speak. Now, through the spirit of Yahweh, we speaking these words to get them out of it. At the same time, to declare the judgment, so they know good goddamn well what's coming to them. So when it comes, they're not acting on surprise, even though they still going to. But we've been telling y'all ass for years what we was getting ready to do, what the Lord was getting ready to do to that bullshit. Destroy it, wipe it out, beat it to powder, right? Give me Isaiah 27:9.
Y'all like chosen?
Huh? Yeah, we chose. We the Israelites. That's God's chosen. The word Israel means He is a prince of God. We're the princes of God. All black and Hispanic people are the princes and the princesses of God. Okay? And that's one of the things we out here to tell our people. Because we just think we niggas. You understand what I'm saying? We're not just niggas. That's just what they call us. We God's princes and princesses. And we got to wake up to that fact. Okay? We got to find out who we are. We have no idea who the hell we are. That's why we want to be Crips and Bloods and Serranos and all that bullshit. Because we don't know who the hell we are, so we got to try to figure out something to be. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead,
It's Isaiah chapter 27, verse 9. By this, therefore, shall the iniquity of Jacob be purged.
The iniquity, meaning our sins. All the wicked things that we've done by worshiping these false idols has to be purged, has to be cleansed, has to be clean. Read.
It says, and this is all the fruit to take away his sin. When he maketh all the stones of the altars as chalk stones that are beaten in asunder, the groves and images shall not stand up.
Meaning when we destroy these groves and images, that's when our sins are going to be getting purged. That's a purge. So that's why I say, Lord, when are we the men that's going to partake in that? Because we're going to partake in actually the purging of Israel by destroying that.
That's right.
And by getting rid of the niggas that want to continue to adhere to that bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? Go to 17 in the same book, Isaiah. 17 and 7 to 8.
This is Isaiah chapter 17, verse 7. It says, at that day shall a man look to his maker, and his eyes shall have respect to the Holy One of Israel.
That's in that day. Now you got some of the elect that's waking up, but as the time goes, more and more is going to wake up and actually look to our Maker, the Heavenly Father, the Most High God. Read.
Verse 8. And ye shall not look to the altars, the work of his hands, neither shall respect that which his fingers have made.
So they ain't gonna worship this and none of the other idols, ceramics, none of that, right? Here, I got it back. Here, this is I just got to make right here, look. Micah 5.
I'm saying,
Yeah, my handwriting jacked up, but yeah, if you can.
some good L'Oreal.
Sclavis.
Right? I'm gonna read this again. It says, "In that day shall a man look to his maker, and his eyes shall have respect to the Holy One of Israel." Basically, what he's saying is, man, we're not gonna be looking toward these idols no more. We're not gonna give these idols any respect. You know, it ain't gonna be none of the rosaries or the crosses that you sitting here kissing up to God, or to that Mary statue or that Mary candle you got burning, man. Because that's where a lot of our people is turning their faith into. You know, if you go into, like, for instance, let's say you go into a Hispanic household, right? In a Hispanic household, they got all these shrines and whatnot, you know, giving respect and praise to Mary. If you were to do anything, you know, say anything about it, touch it, man, they'll flip the fuck out. You know, because those are the things that they respect. These are the things that they hold, you know, of high esteem. So in that day, those things ain't gonna have that much power over no more. All right, we ain't gonna be looking to these things no more. We're gonna look to the Most High. All right, which is basically the commandment He gave us from the get-go, not to put these other idols over us. Over Him. So when we did, this is when we were put in a lower state.
Just brought out that root, the Lord rooted us up. Like the brother was saying.
What is the Lord gonna root us up out of, man? All right, that bottom place that he's brought us down to. Verse 8, "And he shall not look to the altar and the works of his hands, neither shall respect that which his fingers have made, either the groves or the images." And that's basically what we're saying. Everything that, you know, we put in our faith and our substance into, you see what I'm saying, is things that we made with our hands. I don't know if the bro was gonna go into I don't know if he was gonna go into Ezra's, because
We'll get it real quick while
let me see. Basically going into Ezra's, you know, about when the Lord was telling Ezra's about, you know, how the things that are made, you know, have no life, they have no spirit. Neither can they give life or you know, give spirit. Let's get that real quick. I hope you don't go into it. I mean, if you go over it again.
I don't know, I've been saying disrespectful shit all day. I just want to tell my mom, hey, nice popping the baby out your coochie day. She didn't like that shit, you feel me? Have that. Fuck with him. Like you said, demonize that shit. Fuck with him. Yeah, man. And you got 15-year-old girls out here celebrating Mother's Day right now.
They really are supposed to be mothers, but it's supposed to be multiple. We're supposed to make multiple. They'll celebrate this holiday just like any other mother, thinking it's all about them.
Basically, what it was going into is that, you know, all of these idols, you know, basically what happened is that someone would die, then you'll make something, or, you know, create something in memory of that person's death, and then you'll give it power, as if that man's spirit that just, you know, left this world, or left the earth. We know that the scriptures say man's spirit go up to the maker that gave him his spirit. So he's not going to just be sitting here posted into this idol that you made just because, you know, you desired it to, you know, according to your own will. And that's really how a lot of our people work, man. A lot of our people just really work off their own will. If they want something to happen, you know, they'll try to manifest it themselves and then, you know, make something around that, right? It's like that, you know, that manifest destiny. Like you create your own destiny, you manifest your own, you know, your own importance,
your own faith,
your own faith, and that's really where we're going off, man.
And that's what a lot. That's one of the big things with our people. You feel me? Dude that just walked past us, feel me, Darnell. I was at his barbershop the other day, and so he got the little training camp. You know how 65th go up that hill that Trey used to pick me up. So I ran up the hill, you feel me, like 3-4 times. I come back in the barber shop and it's like, now you're doing something. Now you're working for yourself. Now you're getting it done. And it's like, yeah, but you got to give praise to the Most High for, you feel me, being able to give praise to yourself.
See, the thing
you got to go.
The thing about it is this, man. Like, I mean, it's pretty much a common story of when, you know, you finally got that break.
Right.
You ever hear those stories, man, about people constantly working, trying to do it themselves, but they just can't catch a break. You see what I'm saying? And then guess what? Finally, randomly out of nowhere, you just finally catch that break. Where did that break come from? You know, what is it about whoever that, you know, that gave you the opportunity? What compelled him to even trust in you or to believe in whatever it is that you had? You know, whatever opportunity you was presented him. Either way you go, man, it's things that are unexplainable. That you can't explain. Well, I'm trying to find this in the Ezra real quick.
Paraphrase.
I got it. Keep thee far within
What?
Then make it before.
Sleep, man. Huh? But see, that's what Jake's up to, just being a fucking. What did you say earlier?
He was talking about my dad was there. Basically, he was just throwing away his dad.
And guess what? I bet you if he said something about his mom, he would have been sitting there, you know.
He would have been ready to fight.
He would have been giving her all the praise in the rib, in the
Right.
world, you know.
But that's probably where he got that shit from. You feel me? I got an organ donor. What's that? A sperm donor. That's what all the moms say. Sperm donor, sperm donor.
Yeah. And she put that in his head.
No, this is what I was looking for. Wisdom of Solomon 13, verse 10. It says, "But miserable are they, and in dead things is their hope, who call them gods, which are the works of men's hands, gold and silver, it says to show our end, and resemblance of beasts or of stone good for nothing, the work of an ancient hand." And that's really what they do, man. We taking all these things, you know, shiny, you know, things that are cool, putting our faith into it, and it gives us no life, it has no power.
Hey, man, just like, think about it like, you got all the Roman gods. You got all of their shit. Then you got all the pagan gods and all their faggot-ass gods. You know, you have different deities, Shiva, Hinduism.
The thing about it is this: it only holds the power that we give it.
Right.
And seeing that we lack that power, it does nothing for us.
It's really not known until Jake really starts giving it that power, like you said.
Them rapper Jesus.
Yeah, no rapper Jesus.
And that's the whole thing. They're conjuring up that.
Trying to give respect to the Most High or to who the work calls Christ, but don't know they putting a cracker's face on it, man.
That's right.
Who's getting on my boy? He call himself get a Jesus tattoo, man. Got this fucking cracker's face tattoo on him.
And every time we see that boy, man, we on his tattoo. We got a fucking faggot tattoo.
Don't talk about, you know, when my skin is black. Nah, man, that's the facial features and characteristics of a faggot, man. Yeah. And that's what the fuck you put on your arm without doing no type of research or nothing on it.
Yeah.
Your faith is blind, man.
You don't even know who you just put on you. Now you got this demon walking with you forever.
That's what your hope is. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? And then what do? You know what I mean? You go worship the so-called white man. You got him tatted on your arm, and you know everything that he does. You know you down for it. Whether it's degrading, you know, whether it's humiliating or what, you just down for it because that's who you worship. That's who you look at as God. All because of, you know, I can say all because, you know, but for one reason, this image right here, why it's been forced down our throat. And that's what I was just sitting there talking about earlier. When they force feed you something, you really start to believe in it. So they've been force feeding this image down our face for our whole life. So we like look at him like he's God. So this is not God. All right. This is a pedophile, homosexual, faggot, freak, bandit. All right. And it's time for people to wake up and realize that and learn that and know about it. I was actually talking to my boy last night. He was in the club, and he's like, "Yeah, you know, I see you know, you all into the Bible, but I'm not really into the Bible because, you know, that's some white man's religion." You know, he's like, you know, I'm all about, you know, learning about my history and whatnot about, you know, my people, the black people. And I'm like, hey, bro, I'm all about history and heritage, man. All right? Now, Christianity, that doesn't come from us. That comes from this crack-ass devil right here. But, hey, let me take that back. It does come from us, all right? But that's not our true heritage, all right? It comes out of us dealing on the left-hand side, all right, of the Most High. Yeah. Okay? And this cracker-ass nigga right here done adopted it, all right, and then made it even more demonic than it originally was. Yeah. Okay? But the Bible in itself, man, is about our heritage and it's about our history, all right? Because we have no history. Our history don't lie in Africa nowhere. So I'm just chopping up with him, you know. I'm like, he said, hey, you know, bro, I'm trying to be conscious. Everybody loves that word now, man. That's just the new, you know, it's like every so many years, bro, it's just that new word that comes out.
A new fad.
Everybody want to use, everybody want to be, yeah. And now it's coming around being that conscious thinking, which is really coming back around. Because this brother knows, back when he was young, you know, it was all about being conscious, all about being aware, you know, black power, brother, you know, brothers, sisters. That's how it was. So now it's, you know, coming back that full circle and it's coming back around, you know.
Nothing's new under the sun, man.
Hey, that's right. There's nothing new under the sun. So what we do is we got to tear down that bullshit. So when it does come back around, people know how to chew the meat, spit the bones out. Yeah. People know how to decipher what's actually true and what's, you know, just bullshit that's coming back around. You know, everything come back around, man. You know, weed was out for a time, then it left for a little bit, and then guess what? It came back. You know?
You gotta know who your enemies are too.
That's right. You definitely gotta know your enemies because you gotta know who's out here pushing this shit and why it's being pushed. You see what I'm saying? That's why people don't realize, man, the scriptures are about 360 degrees of both knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of both good and evil, man.
Y'all think black people ain't been conscious before?
That's what makes us gods. Yeah, black people been conscious.
No, that's what I'm saying. You feel me? Y'all think that like they ain't been. Do you think this is just a second, third trip around? Hell no, man. They always try to.
Because you have a drought, man. You had that drought. You know. Some I ain't gonna say all of our parents, because you know some of our parents have babies at different times. But I know my parents was in that conscious era. You know, during the late 50s, early 60s. You know, going, you know, into the early 70s where they was kind of conscious of things, you know.
The hippies was conscious.
Didn't really mind calling a cracker.
You know.
You know, and then guess what? You have this, you know, this surge, this peace and serenity surge that they put out, man, and or the spirit that goes out, and people just tend to forget about that shit.
What it was, let me tell you what it was. Two things. You got any idea what it is? Two things that distracted us from all of that.
I say,
it was a distraction.
Money, for progression.
Heroin
woman.
and crack.
That's right.
That's what did it.
Both to the users and the distributors.
Exactly, because heroin was the 70s thing, and then here come crack in the 80s.
And they just shit. They added. They had cocaine.
And coke too. But coke when it's bad is heroin and crack. It when it's bad.
Just started putting fire to that shit.
And again, it goes further than that because the jazz musicians used to smoke weed.
Yeah, weed and all them psychedelics. But I'm gonna tell you that heroin and crack took the fight out of a nigga. Or it didn't take the fight out of a nigga. What it did was it put the fight in the wrong place. Who was fighting over a goddamn dollar bill and corners and things of that nature.
Hey, what it did was, man, it put that greedy, spirit that the so-called
that
white man has
greed
onto
demon.
us. That greed demon. That gluttonous demon.
You can never have enough money.
It's all about me instead of you. I gotta get more money than you got.
Yeah, we actually started to really wanted to be a part of it, you know?
We want to be one with this enterprise. This enterprise we was partaking in.
And you know what's funny? That's really one of the. And this brother brought out a good point, because when you really think about it, that's one of the main avenues where basically everybody can kind of come together on one accord with fucking drugs, man. When there's drugs involved, as far as with the users and the distributors, everybody can pretty much come together. When you a user, hey man, you know, if you a fucking Chinese man, you a cracker, you a nigga, you a spit, and everybody can come together in the name of smoking.
Yeah.
Whether you shooting that shit, smoking weed, sniffing, whatever, everybody can come together. If you a distributor, hey, if you got the connect, then alright, I got the connect. Boom. I'm gonna buy it from you and I'm gonna sell it to my people. I'm gonna get the money and I'm coming re-up with you. And that's how you connect, you know, the so-called white man, the Arab man, with niggas and spits. You see what I'm saying? And that's where everybody can come together, but it's so much wickedness wrapped up into that. What comes out of it is
Wickedness.
Hey man, I used to smoke with that brother, man. Ain't nothing wrong with white people, man.
Oh yeah,
Ain't nothing
Get
wrong
high,
with
you
you,
used to
right?
have fun.
Makes you forget.
Weed and shit. You know? All that bullshit.
That's what my dad was telling me. That's what my dad was telling me when he was in college and shit, man. He was like, man, this boy, man, this is the best weed we ever had. Everybody was coming to us. Everybody was coming to us.
Hey,
That used to be the
I'll
plug.
give the story to all.
That's like the favorite, my favorite
That's
skill.
your shit, right?
Oppression surely making the wise man mad.
And then it's crazy because it's like if Jake couldn't have weed, crack, or heroin, they're just gonna go find it in some other shit. Like motherfuckers is doing fingernail polish remover.
They smoking bad.
They smoking bed.
They're
bugs,
smoking
bro.
bed bugs.
inhaling paint.
You just get a whole blunt full of bed
I was
bugs.
just watching Brooklyn last night, man. They fucking sucking on bags of glue.
Glue, bro.
Glue.
Huffing.
Man.
Anything to kill your brain cells.
right.
That's all you're doing is destroying your brain cells. And that's cool.
You'd have to be a stupid motherfucker to sniff some
Any
glue.
man that's wise, you know, to the situation, it pisses him off. You see what I'm saying? Anytime Jake can see himself, you know, benefiting from it, that's where he goes off and become wicked, man.
And the thing with Jake that separates Jake from a lot of these other nations is Jake will sell to his own people.
That's right.
Cracker don't do it. You know?
He wants to be a part of the gluttons of society, man. He wants
He
to
want to get
have his
over
part
on
in it.
Jake like everybody else.
That's right. Which is what we call a sellout.
And a piece of shit.
Which is what we call a sellout.
A nigga who's gonna die.
That's right.
You got motherfuckers, man, selling it to their own parents. It's bad enough selling it to your own people, your own neighborhood, your own like immediate neighbor, right on both sides of you. But then you selling it to your own household, your own mama, brother, sister, daddy.
Like it's not shit.
Just to get that dollar bill.
I want to say just to come up. It's a sellout.
That's
a sellout
literally a
mentality.
sellout. You just sold out.
That's right.
Where you at?
And guess what, man? I went into after
Trying to lose
what was that?
Wisdom.
After Isaiah 29, we went to Wisdom of Solomon. Basically, you know how we're putting our hope in the things. I'll read it again. Wisdom of Solomon 13 and 10. But miserable are they, and the dead things is their hope, who call them gods, which are the works of men's hands.
Yeah, miserable. Miserable are these damn people. Miserable is anybody who believes in this bullshit. Okay, I'm just gonna call it what it is. Miserable are you? Miserable are you for out here celebrating Mother's Day? You are miserable. Okay, because you are worshiping idols. You are worshiping madness, right? Where you at? So
And the next day, man, hey, you're gonna be mad at the bitch right all over again, man.
you know,
All
I
over
hate that
again.
bitch and she hate me too. Where you? So you were Isaiah?
Yeah, I didn't move no further, but we're on microphone.
Okay, go to microphone.
And it's cold. They out here
All you
pumping
white people
it.
get melanoma, man.
Hey, man. They out here promoting Mother's Day and shit, man. Shit ain't right, man. My mama gonna die.
They got the ribbon, which is the symbol of the vagina, right?
Fish.
Yeah, the fish, which is actually vagina.
Hey,
Put it in the
man. They love that fucking fish,
I
man.
watched that movie, bro. Red Hook Summer.
That ain't that the
they
most
had
just.
they had the fish with the Jesus in the middle of it, man.
Yeah, that's Tammuz coming out of the womb. You know.
Hey, bro, wasn't it just some Tom Coonery, that whole damn movie?
Yeah, you know, it was a real fucked up movie.
Go ahead.
5 and 1.
14.
Micah chapter 5 verse 14. And I will pluck up thy groves out of the midst of thee.
So the Most High said He's gonna pluck the groves up. So all you motherfuckers that love Caesar, love to worship Semiramis, and all this madness, the Lord said He's gonna pluck it up before you, right, Reeves?
Yeah. So will I destroy thy cities.
So I'll destroy your city. So He did that to us on the other side of the world, in our homeland, and He's gonna do it to us again in this place. All these cities are gonna be laid waste, be a thermonuclear destruction, and all the groves and all the idols of this place are gonna be torn down, right?
He said, I like it, I like it. I know.
Well,
I
God's
like
chosen
it.
people is Israel. Can't do nothing about it. And a blazer and some tennis shoes. Give me Luke. Go to Luke.
He
1.
said Israel. I don't think I like that too much.
No, Luke 11 rather. Luke
He's
11.
because he's excluded.
He didn't even know which version of Israel.
Luke 11 and 27 and 28.
He gives a fuck if he knew, but he was just dumb from the get-go. I like it, I like it, I like it.
He's going to get
He seen Israel and said no.
11 and what?
27 to 28.
This is Luke chapter 11 verse 27. And it shall come to pass as he spake these things, a certain woman of the company lifted up her voice and said unto him, Blessed is the womb that bare thee, and the paps which thou hast sucked.
So this woman, she told the Lord, blessed is that womb that bare you. Blessed is the womb of Mary, right? Read. Let's see who the world calls Christ responded to the deification of his mother. Read.
It says,
And the praise of his mother. He didn't even know where to praise his mother. Read.
but he said, Yea, rather, blessed are they that hear the word of the Most High and keep it.
Blessed are they that hear the word of the Most High and keep it. More so than anybody, right? So how you going to deify a woman that does not keep the word of the Most High? You can't deify a woman at all. But let alone one that's totally ungodly. That's who's blessed, those that hear the word of the Lord. And all you white people are going to get melanoma, okay, and die. Go ahead. Fucking red cow.
How the fuck do it look like? Man, trying to catch her real quick. How the fuck you walk down the street and think you want to smile, giggle, chuckle, or smirk?
Looking like a grown-up leprechaun and shit. What happens when the leprechaun retires and shit.
Man. You ever see your boy? Yeah, have y'all seen your boy on World Star that be roasting them motherfuckers' pictures? This motherfucker got the things.
Yeah, I think they got somebody from San Diego up there.
Just take a picture. He's from San Diego?
Nah, they got people from San Diego up there.
I wanted to take a picture of these crackers, man, and send it to this nigga. I'm gonna just say, hey man, give me just a whole cracker segment. You know,
Getting on the cracker.
just getting on all these fucking crackers and koofies, man.
That's right. Where you at?
So I look 11. That was Jones.
You read 27 and 28? Okay, go to Acts 19, 26 to 27. Snake.
As usual.
I just be sitting there looking like, man, are you just not, you really just not comfortable? You don't look comfortable at all, man.
Yeah, don't look comfortable. That's for certain.
You just can't be
That's for
comfortable.
damn sure. Walking stiffer than they.
1926.
26 to 27.
This is Acts chapter 19, verse 26. Moreover, ye see and hear that not alone at Ephesus, but also throughout all Asia, this Paul hath persuaded and turned away much people.
So Paul was turning people away from their idolatrous religion, Read.
Saying that they be no gods which are made with hands.
Saying there's no gods which are made with hands, right, Read?
So not only this our craft is in danger to be set at naught, but also that the temple of the great goddess Diana should be despised.
Okay, so it's dealing with women worship, Read.
And her magnificence should be destroyed from all Asia and the world worship it.
So the whole world worships the woman. The whole world deifies the woman in one form or another. Mother's Day is a prime testament to that fact.
That's right.
But they have a problem when Paul came along, the chief apostle Paul came along, It was turning people away from worshiping the woman. So they got a problem when we do it. Why they got a problem when we do it? Because it's a lot of money in women worship, like we always talk about. It's a lot of money in women worship. Women will put their money into anything. So deifying them is in your best interest for your investment. Mm-hmm. Right? Where you at? That was 27?
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. Go to 2nd Ezra 7. Enough on the faggot, enough on the woman. Let's get into some good, nice steak dinner. Those fucking appetizers. Yeah. Start at the top, read until 33.
2nd Ezra 7 and 1. And when I have made an end of speaking these words, it says, there was sent unto me an angel which had been sent unto me the nights before. And he said unto me, Up, Ezra, and hear the words that I come to tell thee. And I said, Speak on, my power. And he said, then said he unto me, The sea is set in a wide place, that it might be deep and great. It says, But put the case of entrance were narrow and like a river.
Okay, so the entrance is narrow. Again, the sea is wide, but the way to get to the sea is narrow. Read.
Who then could go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it? If he went through the narrow, how could he come into the broad?
You have to go through the narrow to come into the broad, right? Read.
Or if he went not through the narrow, how could he come into the broad?
That's right, read.
There is also another thing. A city is built and set upon a broad field, and is full of all goods.
So another broad concept, read.
The entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in a dangerous place to fall.
That's right. He said it's hard. It's like walking a goddamn tightrope, right?
That's right.
Read.
Like as if there was a fire on the right hand, and on the left a deep water.
That's right.
Go ahead. And one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water.
Only one man at a time could go. Read.
So small that there could but one man go there at once.
Exactly.
If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive his inheritance?
Exactly. So what that's indicative of is what we have to go through to receive the kingdom. Walking this narrow path, this very hard path. This path, we have to be careful because the slipping, you get your ass killed, get your ass put in that fire. Go ahead.
You're either going to drown or burn.
Yeah, exactly.
And I said, It is so, Lord. Then he said unto me, Even so also is Israel's portion, because for their sakes I made the world.
So the Lord made the world for the black, Hispanic, and Native American man, the nation of Israel. He didn't make the world for anything else. So if you're not a black, Hispanic, or Native American man, you are a possession of those who you were created for.
That's right.
Namely the white man. The white man was created to be our possession. Okay?
Right.
Go ahead. The damn devil about to speak of free.
It says, And when Adam transgressed my statutes.
All these white people get melanoma. Free.
It says, And when Adam transgressed my statutes, then was decreed that none is done, that now is done.
Okay.
It says, Then were the entrance of this world made narrow, full of sorrow and travail.
So prior to Adam, the entrance into the world was wide. But because of Adam's wickedness, by following Eve, who followed the snake, right? Because of that, now the entrance is narrow. Read.
They were both few and evil, full of perils and very painful.
And that's what our days is like. Few. Our life is short. Our time is short on this place. The times that we live in this place are evil, right? And it's full of all kind of peril. Like the curses of Deuteronomy 28th chapter speak of. Your life shall hang in doubt at times, right? Go ahead.
It says, For the interests of the elder world were wide and short,
That's right.
and brought immortal fruit. If then they that live labor not to enter these straight and veiled things and vain things, they can never receive those that are laid up for them.
Read that part again.
If then they that live labor not to enter these straight and vain things.
If you alive and you laboring not to receive this, read.
It says they can never receive those that are laid up for them.
Exactly. So if you don't put in the work to get the kingdom, you're not going to get the kingdom. That's period. You got to put in the work, the necessary work in order to get the kingdom. And that's both has to do with coming out here, doing this work. It has to do with making changes and adjustments into your life and keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your abilities and doing the things other than the scripture. Living these concepts out, applying them to your life. That's how you get the kingdom.
Every Sunday,
Go ahead.
I want to know what are you guys doing?
Listen, we out here preaching the downfall of America. We out here preaching the enslavement of the white race. That's what we out here preaching. Are you a member of the white race?
I'm white.
The white? What we out here doing every Sunday is talking about how the white man is going down and is going to be put in chains because God said it.
That's right.
Okay? Is that startling information? Is that a little too heavy for you?
Yes.
Well, that's what it's about. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Now therefore, why disquietest thou thyself, seeing thou art but a corruptible man? It says, and why art thou moved, whereas thou art but mortal?
Salak.
Hey, look, I'm trying to cuss him out and get right back to it, right? Hey, with that motherfucker, was like,
Did you see?
holy
He said
shit.
these niggas is
He
real.
saying, listen, I'm sorry. I'm out here.
I don't know why you come over here fucking with these people.
Yeah, that's crazy. That was funny. I'm going down. All right. Look, like no, yeah. He ain't had no questions about it. All right.
And once you said, because God said so, he's like, damn. It cut
He
him
didn't
to
even question. He
the.
didn't want to see it. Look, I believe you. You sound sure. I'm out of here.
He knows his lot. His lot's supposed to be a
He
slave.
just shit himself.
Oh, what do you got? The nigga get the most startling news of his life. Are you of the white race? Yes, I am.
Huh.
For real law.
Yeah, but go ahead.
Now therefore, why disquietest thyself, seeing thou art but a corruptible man?
Thou art but a corruptible man, right, Reed?
And why art thou moved, whereas thou art but mortal? Verse 16. Why hast thou not considered in thy mind this thing that is to come, rather than that which is present?
Exactly. So,
That's cut.
really, the angel, well, through the Most High speaking through the angel being merely a vessel for the Lord to speak, because the Lord himself won't appear in this man. But he's saying, look, you worried about what's getting ready to happen, you need to be worried living in the now. Because what you do in the now is going to determine what's going to occur to you in the future anyway. So if you're doing the works as it spoke about, necessary, you live in the right way now, you ain't got to sweat in the future.
That's why hast thou not considered in thy mind a thing that is to come, rather than that which is present.
Oh, Salak, read it again.
Right. It says, why hast thou not considered in thy mind this thing that is to come, rather than that which is present?
Exactly, because really, as opposed, it's really the same thing.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because considering what's getting ready to happen, you know, how do I put this? Considering what's getting ready to take place plays an instrumental role in how you are going to act in the present time. If you know, okay, this is if you live your life knowing, you know, I'm gonna die when I get old, ain't no judgment day coming. You're gonna live a lawless life because you don't have a fear of anything. But if you consider what's ahead, what's coming, you're gonna try to make the proper necessary adjustments to receive a reward as opposed to a recompense in that day.
Or basically focus on, you know, a speedy and swift judgment rather than, you know, an inevitable judgment.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, hey, the dude, you know, he's a hey. And the Bible says that, you know, if you're a faggot, then you're gonna die. But look at this, it's a faggot right here on TV. He's not dead. They're not gonna kill him. So what's God doing, right? But nah, man, it's inevitable that this man's gonna receive that lake, man. Man, I bet you the Lord is gonna give this man so much shit before the lake even, you know, is even manifest, man. He gonna give him a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah, with plagues. The scripture speaks
Right.
about plagues.
Hurt in the season. Or just practicing.
Just out of nowhere, your
might-
shit just break,
he
man.
might
Like your
die.
boy, yeah.
He might die. Hold up. This is good. This is gonna be good. Excuse me. Real quick. Hey, you from St. Louis? I see you rocking the Rams hat, right?
Yeah.
Now the only question I got is, you know they just drafted that homosexual. So you a fan of the Rams still?
My stepfather's team.
That's your stepfather's team?
Yeah.
I feel it, but I'm just saying, me personally, being that they have a homosexual on their team, I wouldn't rock none of their apparel. I'm just saying that that could not matter to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just putting that out there. I just had to ask you that question.
How do you feel about it? You being a fan?
Personally, I'm a Bears fan. But the thing about it is I was raised up to be non-judgmental because I'm an interracial person myself. So
What do you mix with? If you don't mind me asking?
Filipino, Mexican, Filipino.
What's your problem?
False Filipino.
Oh yeah, that's all I want to know, man. I'm gonna keep it
Negative.
Funny though, man, because but the thing is, you see how they try to make that comparison.
Yeah, that's what they try to do. Look, I seen a picture on Instagram, and they had a black man and a white woman that said, this used to be illegal too. So they're trying to make the comparison. They're trying to put the racial plight in with the sexuality plight. You can't merge the two. Those are two totally different things.
That's like they're trying to take homosexuality and use it as a race.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they're doing. They're making.
On your applications, it's gonna be fag on there.
Just fat ass say faggot on there.
Are you a fag?
That way they can automatically say, okay, we're gonna hire you because they hire all the fucking fags.
You want a job? Be a faggot.
Be a faggot if you want a job.
Yeah. You know, you go into all these places.
Fucking
it's just talking fast.
Fucking dude trying to act like he was just so disgusted. He's like, let me say this, okay? I don't want to hear that, man.
I'm an interracial person. It's all hard. And that's crazy. You see a Filipino, Mexican. I'm seeing Asians. I'm seeing the goddamn fucking spit when they get with the goddamn food. Did you see how much emphasis he put on judgment? I was raised not to be judgmental.
Huh.
Well, we're judgmental.
Thank you. Very much
Because
so.
God is judgmental.
That's right.
Very much so.
So we don't be judgmental.
Right?
We're going to judge the devil for who he is. We're going to judge a homosexual faggot for who he is. Look at this shit. This shit is crazy.
Oh man, y'all seen that?
Insane, man. We live in a world where shit like this is allowed. Look at the
Oh!
We living in an insane world and time, right? That all kind of madness is taking place.
It's the Twilight Zone.
We gotta be living in the Twilight Zone. You got homosexuals kissing. You got white people walking down the street with black children.
Little black baby.
This is crazy. What type of world are we living in? This place gotta come to an end, man.
That's right.
It gotta come to an end. God said this is madness that's going on. This is the same Babylonian doctrine and ideology, right? That everybody coming together, everybody being one. It's okay whatever you do. That shit gotta stop, man. That shit gotta stop because it's a fucking cancer.
And for the record, Filipino really don't like niggas.
Yeah, of course.
Hey man, we just got hit with a white family walking with two blacker than fucking me kids. And then
the interracial.
And then the flip side of the black man loving the fucking white woman with his two, he put his woman away, or his woman stopped fucking with him.
He put his woman because his older kid is you know, you can tell that's not his mama.
That's not his mama. He got to accept that. That's who his daddy fucking with.
Where you at?
I'm still at second essence. Second.
Go ahead.
That's how the Lord is cold like that.
Yeah, come. We'll bring them examples up. Because at the end of the day, dealing with this couple over here, you got the black man that deifies the white woman because they're victims of white supremacy at the end of the day because that image has been put in their head as the standard of beauty because they're looking up to the white man, so they gotta go get the white woman, right? It's all bullshit, man.
Hey.
It's all the devil implant inception into your mind.
Hey, look! Just look at look at it. That was pure just woman worshiping right there. Cause you know that cracker old man didn't want to adopt them two babies. His woman put them on him. Let's get adopted. Let's make some money. Let's get two black babies just to show that we can make a difference. You know, have them grow up in our situation, man. Whereas this man's over here exalting the motherfucking white woman more than the motherfucking black woman, bringing his sons out, having to walking around with her in the fucking street.
It's crazy.
This is fucking women worshiping day, man.
Yeah, that's his man. I got this.
His brother makes a good point though, man, because more likely the woman did put that man up to adopting two black babies.
You love Jesus?
Oh yeah.
Does he look like this? Hell no. That's the right answer.
Hey, somebody got it right.
Hey man, that might be an old guy.
Junior's retreat.
Oh, yeah.
He's not a junior.
He was at that little boy's scout camp.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Scoutmaster.
He was not no fucking junior. He got a junior's
What the
retreat
fuck is
shirt
a
on.
junior retreat?
I got this probably like some kid shit. He's up there raping kids, man.
But go ahead, man. Go ahead.
He up at that retreat with them little ass fucking shorts on. Sitting
Like
there.
that old ass dude off Family Guy.
Sitting there, man. Yeah. 2 Ezra 7:17. Then answered I and said, O Lord, that bearest rule, thou hast ordained in thy law that the righteous should inherit these things. It says, but that the ungodly should perish. Nevertheless, the righteous shall suffer straight things and hope for wide. For they that have done wickedly have suffered the straight things, and yet shall not see the wide. And he said unto me, there is no judge above the Most High, and none that hath understanding above the highest. For there be many that perish in this life, because they despise the law of the Most High that is set before them.
That's the 2/3, read.
For the Most High have given, and it can't be the other nations because the law hasn't been set before.
Yes, exactly.
For the Most High have given straight commandment. For the Most High have given straight commandments to such as came, what they should do to live, even as they came, and what they should observe to avoid punishment. Nevertheless, they were not obedient.
So the Lord told you what you needed to do. The Lord set the rules of life down and told you what you need to do in order to give deliverance from punishment. Now, if you don't do that, that's on you. Right, Ray?
Nevertheless, they were not obedient unto him, but spake against him, and imagined vain things, and deceived themselves by their wicked deeds.
Being a homosexual, that's a vain thing that they imagine to do. Worshiping idols, that's a vain thing that they imagine to do. Living a lawless life, saying, well, I got my own personal relationship with God, and this and that. That are vain things that these people imagine to do, and that's why they're all going to receive damnation. Read.
Nevertheless, they were not obedient unto him, but spake against him and imagined vain things.
That's right.
And deceived themselves by their wicked deeds.
So when you say you have your own personal relationship with God, you are speaking against God, actually.
That's right.
You are saying that other people have to actually live up to his standards, but you are an exception.
That's exactly what it is.
That's deception. You're deceiving yourself, and you're lying on God. Read.
That's right. Guess what? The scriptures say, the prophet that is deceived, man, I, the Lord, have deceived.
Yeah, so he really is setting you people up to die anyway.
Right.
You just weren't chosen.
That's right. That's right.
You know? Well, go ahead.
It says, and deceived themselves by their wicked deeds, and said of the Most High that he is not, and knew not his ways.
Exactly. Do not the ways of the Lord, right? Go ahead.
But his law that they have despised, and denied his commandments.
That's right. His despise. So you had to have gotten the commandment before you can learn to despise and not follow them, right? They had to be set before you. So it's talking about the Israelites, the 2/3 of the nation of Israel, the wicked of our people. The 66.6% read.
In his statutes have they not been faithful, and have not performed his works.
That's right.
Verse 25, and therefore
What is the
Ezra,
work that they haven't performed? How many Jakes were there in that NFL draft? They should have put that nigga to death.
That's right.
They didn't perform the work of the Lord. Read.
And therefore Ezra's for the empty are empty things, and for the full are the full things. Mm-hmm. Behold, the time shall
so these
come.
people are empty. When you deal with the word vanity means void, empty, nothing. Right? So if you're a vain person and you vainly deceive yourself and others and all you're into is vanity, you're empty, and empty things are going to come to you. Right? But we full of the Spirit, we full of truth through the Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So full things, Lord willing, going to come to us. Right? But they in the vanity, so they're going to get vanity. Go ahead.
It says, behold, the time shall come that these tokens which I have made thee shall come to pass, and the bride shall appear, and she coming forth shall be seen. That now is withdrawn from the earth, and whosoever is delivered from the foresaid evils shall see my wonders. For my son Yahushua shall be revealed with those that be with him, right. And they that remain shall rejoice within 400 years.
Okay, now understand something. This whole thing is, you got a guy like Josh. Oh, that's a false prophecy, right? You clearly don't understand that prophecy. When it say Jesus in here, that was editorially put in because it was revised after the time Yahushua lived, so they wrote his name there. The particular scribe that revised it wrote that in. Okay, Yahushua, understand it. In other translations, it says Messiah. In the GNT, it says Messiah. But the GNT has some weird shit in it, okay, which is a topic for another conversation. But it says Messiah. So understanding who the Messiah was, it was written in Yahushua in the Latin for Iusis or whatever. You understand what I'm saying? But it says shall rejoice within 400 years. What does that mean? People said they thought that means the deliverance come within 400 years. Ezra lived in between 404 BCE and 359 BCE. Meaning within 400 years of when Ezra wrote this, Yahushua was born. So he was prophesying of the birth of Yahushua. He said within 400 years, Yahushua is coming. He will be revealed, right? Go ahead.
And you know when that rejoice came?
Where you about to go?
Actually, when they asked the Lord, will you now restore the kingdom of Israel? That's when the people were rejoicing, thinking that the Lord was coming back to establish his kingdom. This Acts chapter 1 verse 6.
Yes, 6.
When they therefore were come together, they asked of him, saying, Lord, wilt thou at this time restore again the kingdom of Israel? And that was basically, them rejoicing because when the Lord came back, they knew that it was a fulfillment of the prophecy. So they thought that, oh man, whew, hey, it's time. We got it back now. We put the work in. We did this. The Lord come. We've accepted him, and now they thought that the Lord was going to restore a kingdom back to Israel. That was that rejoicing. Okay, that we're talking about for 400 years. Going back, this is verse 29. And after these years shall my son Christ die, and all men that have life, and the world shall be turned into an old silence 7 days.
Right. So then it says then Yahushua going to die. So really the rejoicing came before that actually, but it was all a part of it because the rejoicing really started with Zechariah, with John the Baptist's father, in Luke 1, and then it was kind of when he seen the star or whatever, I think he was in the field and he seen the star and he knew Yahushua was born. The shepherd, right? That was all a part of like the initial rejoicing period. But then it said Yahushua was going to die and all men that live, meaning everybody that was on the scene during that period of time died. You see what I'm saying? Right. We came back when we died, right? What verse you at?
30.
Okay, read the 33. We're going to explain something in a second. It say, matter of fact, start 30 over again.
It says, in the world shall be turned into the old silence 7 days.
7 days, right? Some people bug out over this 7 days thing. Keep reading. You don't get to the bottom of that read.
Like as in the former judgments, so that no man shall remain.
That's right. Go ahead.
And after 7 days, the world that yet awaketh not shall be raised up. And that shall die that is corrupt.
Read.
And the earth shall restore those that are asleep in her, and so shall the dust those that dwell in silence.
Meaning people are going to be regenerated, right? Go ahead.
And the secret places shall deliver those souls that were committed unto them. And that it's like, and the Most High shall appear upon the seat of judgment, and misery shall pass away, and the long suffering shall have an end.
Okay, hold that. Give me Daniel 9 and 24. We're going to find out what the 7 days is, because people bug the hell out over that. The 7 days, you have to understand the allegorical concept of time in the scripture. Okay, it's not always going to pop up the same way, but I'm going to show you. Go ahead.
You said 9 and
24.
Daniel chapter 9 verse 24. 70 weeks are determined upon thy people.
Read that again.
70 weeks are determined upon thy people.
70 weeks. The 7 days is the same as the 70 weeks of Daniel. Okay? You have to understand something. Ezra was having the same apocalyptic prophecies of Daniel and John the Revelator. He was like the gap, bridging the gap between the two. Okay? He was having the similar prophecies as each of them had. Go ahead.
And upon thy holy city to finish the transgressions, and to make an end of sins, and to make reconciliation for iniquity, and to bring in everlasting righteousness.
Exactly. So it said that the world will be lifted up and misery will be purged away at the end of the 7 days. So it's talking about the end time covenant and the kingdom being restored to Israel. All right? Go ahead.
And to seal up the vision and prophecy, and to and to anoint the the most holy.
That's right. So that's what it's all about. So the 7 days of Ezra is the same as the 70 weeks of Daniel. Go back to Ezra 7. Read till 56.
Second Ezra 7:34. But judgment only shall remain. Truth shall stand, and faith shall wax strong.
Truth shall stand, and faith shall wax strong. This is the establishment of the kingdom. Read.
Amen. And like I said, this is really, the times that we live in now, man. The faith of those that are actually in this truth, man, is waxing strong. Because we know we've already established earlier that the faith that other people, have in these other gods is no faith. Okay, so the true faith is waxing strong right now, man. We got brothers out here, man, week in and week out. You see what I'm saying? And throughout the week, before we even actually come out to camp. Really putting, time and diligence and effort into this thing, right? It says, verse 35, and the work shall follow, and the reward shall be showed, and the good deeds shall be of force, and wicked deeds shall bear no rule.
That's right. So the good deeds, those who was out here doing the work of the Lord, are going to get our reward for that. Lord willing, we get that reward. And everybody who was wicked will get their recompense for the wickedness they did. Now read.
Verse 36, then said I, Abraham prayed first for the Sodomites, and Moses for the fathers that sinned in the wilderness. And Yahushua after him for Israel in the time of Akkad, or this is Joshua. It says, and Samuel and David for the destruction, and Solomon for them that should come to the sanctuary. And Helias for those that received rain, and the dead that he might live. It says, and Ezekiel for the people in the time of Sennacherib, and for many and many. Even so now, seeing corruption is grown up and wickedness increased. And the righteous have prayed for the ungodly, wherefore shall it not be so now also? He answered me and said, this present life is not the end, where much glory doeth abide.
So he was letting Ezra know, look, this is not it. There's going to be several more incarnations of the people that are alive right now. That's why I said the earth shall return to people, the secret places. Because look, this ain't the end, my nigga. That's what he's letting them know, right? Well, my brother, right, Reed?
Therefore have they prayed for the weak.
They prayed for the weak. These people are weak, right, Reed?
Says, but the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of the immortality for to come, where corruption is past.
Meaning the kingdom of heaven. So then go ahead.
It says, intemperancy is at an end. Infidelity is cut off.
Infidelity will be cut off. What is infidelity? Unfaithfulness. Unfaithfulness will be cut off. So let this brother say that faith is waxing strong of the brothers in this truth. Go ahead.
Righteousness is growing and truth is sprung up.
Right. And when the kingdom is established, that's when it's starting to be growing now, but it's really going to blossom in the kingdom because all of Israel is going to be righteous. Go ahead.
Then shall no man be able to save him that is destroyed, nor to oppress him that have gotten the victory.
Meaning Israel. When we get the victory, we will never be oppressed again. All right, read.
Says, I answered then and said, this is my first and last saying, that it had been better not to have given the earth unto Adam, or else when it was given him, to have restrained him from sinning. For what profit is it for men now in the present time to live in heavenliness, and after death to look for punishment?
So now look at Ezra. Ezra's giving his own opinion on, look, you shouldn't even give it to Adam first. You should have just initially set up the kingdom. But Ezra, the Most High, do whatever he wants. Okay? You don't ask no questions. He didn't just want to give us the kingdom, or else he would have had it. He wanted us to go through some things. He wanted some scenarios to play out.
Hey man, there's a chastisement, man.
No, what it is the Lord wanted to give us that wisdom. You see what I'm saying?
But the thing is, he could have gave it. The whole point is, he could have
gave
gave it to us.
Yeah.
He just wanted the movie to play out how he wanted it to play out. He wanted a good story.
Hey man, you just can't make a movie and just give the good guy just the bitch and the money at the end. Nah, that man got to go through some things. That nation got to go through things.
But the thing is that it's almost like he fulfills the things that he's created. He created cause and effects. He created, certain principles.
The balance.
He created the principles of the balance that had to play out.
He didn't get no
Of course,
balance.
It's like, of course, he could have just gave us everything, but like I said, man, these principles that he's created,